Shouldn't be within our powers to legislate happiness. But I know that the impact that community organizations have.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says for the first time ever, the federal government is sinking a historical $100 million right into the hands of L-G-B-T-Q-2-S plus leaders.
Community members stepping up to be there for their neighbors and for each other is the best way. Is one of the best ways to support communities. So that's the focus of this action plan.
The 5-year plan was tabled in this year's budget, and 75% of the money will go directly to community organizations to help build capacity and address current barriers. The remaining funds are earmarked to strengthening initiatives like policymaking and legal rights.
We've seen rights moving backwards in many parts of the world, some closer than we'd like to admit. We need to continue to stand up to show what a truly positive, inclusive, strong society looks like.
The federal government says that part of the action plan is also to increase access to evidence, data, and all sorts of information for organizations to use.
We don't refer to American numbers, we don't refer to numbers in the UK, but we refer to Canadian numbers so that we understand what our communities need, who our communities are.
The launch comes more than 100 days after the Liberals promised to deliver the action plan within that time frame during its 2021 election campaign. Minister of Women, Gender Equality and Youth, Marcy Ian, says the government needed the extra time to consult with community leaders.
I wanted to see their eyes. I wanted to sit with them, really wanted to take the time to do that so that this plan reflects what the community needs.
Ian says feedback also came from a national online survey 2 years ago, where they saw roughly 25,000 responses on how to better serve diverse communities.
even as we know there's always going to be more to do, but this is a big step that I'm incredibly happy to be. Who are working on the ground to support members of the 2S LGBTQI+ communities, people who are suffering, people who are feeling isolated, people who are living through discrimination, intimidation,